Okay, everyone, thank you so much for downloading the ebook. If you already went through the ebook, or if you're going through the ebook now, this is perfect that you're watching this video, because in this video I go over the ebook in a video form. I talk a little bit about different things, different situations that I didn't go in depth during the ebook. So if you guys go to step 1 of the ebook, it's choose which plant you want to work with. There's hemp, there's cannabis. For those that don't know, hemp, you can make over 50,000 products or 25,000 products. I think it keeps updating, but there's a lot of potential in hemp, because you can make so many things. You can make biofuels, plastics. It's a superfood, so you can make like very nutritional stuff. I honestly think that hemp will be bigger than cannabis, because cannabis is more focused on the health part, while hemp has a lot of the health benefits and agriculture or manufacturing, industrial benefits as well. You could do a lot of things with hemp that's very durable. You can make like hemp clothing, very durable, and it's very comfortable, pesticide free. So I think honestly there is going to be more opportunity with hemp, and I think cannabis has a lot of opportunity as well. It's really up to you, but it's important for you to know which route you want to go. Me personally, I'm more lean towards hemp, although I'm also involved in the cannabis industry, and I'm part of a cannabis team, so I kind of try to balance the both, but my focus really goes on hemp, because I could see the limitless amount of value that hemp brings, whether it's nutritional or whatever it is, industrial purposes. There's huge industrial purposes that huge opportunities in industrial purposes with hemp. It's incredible, guys. And if you go to the history of hemp, you'll know that George Washington, all these founding fathers, a lot of the founding fathers, and a lot of these people that were known in history, such as Henry Ford, really supported hemp. It's a beautiful thing. As far as that goes, yeah, also with hemp, you make a bigger, from the research I've done, you make a bigger impact with hemp in the world, because one hemp plant absorbs 4 times more carbon than any other plant. So if you have fields and fields of hemp, you could be monetizing it, whether you're selling it for CBD or extracted or just raw purposes. You can make money off it, and really help the planet as well, while cleaning the soil. So you could use it as there's so many things you could do from hemp. So that's really where I see a lot of the opportunity. Yeah. So as far as section 2 is getting your foot in the door. So step 2, getting your foot in the door. First thing you want to do when you start this industry is you want to get your foot in the door, okay? I don't care what it is. So you could be like beginner's job. Let's say, for example, you're living in California, or you live in a state that medical cannabis is medical or recreationally available, right? You could go and apply as a trimmer, which is basically you're cutting the leaves off the buds and just leaving the buds. It's a very entry job, and you leave, but it's not about the job. It's about the opportunities that come with the job, and not necessarily that. It's really getting the network and the knowledge on the products, because even if you're a bud tender, or even if you're a trimmer, you could learn about the whole cannabis plant, because you're actually hands-on. So you could only learn so much by watching videos. You could only learn so much by reading books. When you do hands-on, I feel in my experience that's where I learn the most. So when you're trimming or whatever it is, you're hands-on with the flower. Or if you become a sales rep, which I mentioned in this book, I see a lot of value in becoming a sales rep, whether it's CBD, hemp, whatever it is. There's a lot of value in just being in the industry because there's languages, there's terminologies like terps or cannabinoids or endocannabinoids that you pick up when you're in the industry, and when you're not, a lot of times it's like you're almost an outsider because you don't speak that language. So it's learning the language, the terminologies. That alone, it's gonna change like how people like they see you, basically. Because when you talk about someone, not about just THC, but you could talk about CBN or CBG or THCA. Most people don't know about those stuff. Most people just know about THC. When you could talk about terpenes and different types of terpenes, and when you could eat certain foods that increase cannabinoids in your system, it automatically, you become different than everybody else that knows about weed. You become more experienced or more of an expert. Okay, and this is where I emphasize, just get your foot in the door. It doesn't matter if you're a sales rep. I started as a sales rep, and as a sales rep, I literally was door to door. Nobody knew what CBD was. We were doing consignments a lot of times, but I was just door by door. Honestly, I didn't even know what I was selling. But repetition and just pushing myself to learn more, and the more I learned, the more I sold. It changed everything. So just get your foot in the door, even if it's a social media page, which I mention a lot in the ebook. Even if it's an Instagram page, let's say where you live, you can't do anything with hemp or cannabis whatsoever. Well, you could start an Instagram page and network with people that are already in the industry, or dispensaries, or growers, whatever it is. You could network, and you could give them shout outs, and they could give you shout outs, and you guys could build a relationship, and eventually you could go check them out and visit them. And maybe you could get interviewed via Skype. And if they're good and they're gonna pay you enough where you could live out there, now you could relocate and be closer to the industry. So when the industry comes into your hometown, you could come back and you already have, you're 25 steps ahead of everybody else, because everybody else is still trying to learn the basics. You already gone through the basics. I've learned this in my experience, and it changes how people perceive you, and how you, like, the confidence for me, how people perceive me, and the confidence for me, where I could speak with doctors, where I could speak with extraction, companies, and just dispensaries, and I could speak to people about just cannabis and cannabinoids and be very confident. It all came in experience. And if you live in a forbidden area, in an area where cannabis or hemp is forbidden, then how else are you gonna get the experience? Well, you could do it through social media. You could do it whether it's teaching people online. Best thing I could tell you is go hands-on. Just, even if it's for a week, go look at go to California or something, Colorado, and just like go to dispensaries and just see it. Like, maybe do a vlog around it. And now you can start getting people to follow you that are into this world, and they perceive you as an expert because you're going into these people. Imagine if, like, for example, your neighbor, you live in the same neighborhood where these plants are forbidden, and your neighbor goes to California, does a YouTube channel, and just learns about weed for 1 month or 1 week, and then comes back. All of a sudden, now how would you see him? Like, like he actually went and did something about it. if you actually go and do something about it and you're serious about being in this industry, then just go. It might look like relocating. It might look like spending a few hours on Instagram and just building a network from there. That, you know, like, if you really want to do it, just go do it. If you're able to get a job in the cannabis industry, that's a very good approach. I look at it like a paid internship. Again, even if it's trimming, even if it's sales, this industry is blowing up. So if you're looking for a corporate position, then hey, just get in and you can work your way up. You know, if you keep it professional, okay, you can separate yourself from everybody else that does it. And now you become a professional in this industry, which is full of shady people and people that will lie to your face, okay, and smile. If you keep it professional and be your word and be authentic, you're already ahead, okay? That's in my experience. Let's see what's up. So yeah, just keep it professional. Just get out there. Just do your thing. Like, when I say just get out there, like, take action. Okay, you get your foot in the door. How do you get your foot in the door? You take action. How do you get out there? You not only you take action, but you actually go and do something. Like, it's not just about having a job in the industry and now you're in the industry, you know. Like, let's say, for example, if you're doing deliveries for a cannabis company, you're the delivery guy or whatever. You're still a delivery guy, you know what I mean? So if you're a bud tender, you're still a bud tender. But what else do you have? If you haven't built the social media channel, then I mean, that's one opportunity there. But maybe you could do something on the side. For example, let's say you live in Colorado and you move to Colorado to get your foot in the industry and you start working in a dispensary or a grow house. Well, on the side, let's say you have a small company that makes edibles. Now you could lock in that company, you could lock in a contract with that dispensary that you work at, or another dispensary, or a dispensary you don't work at. You could lock in a deal like that and literally just make edibles for the dispensary, and the dispensary is your distribution channel. You could do it with social media pages. Again, it could look like even selling CBD online. You could find like a farm that sources CBD and ask them to do a white label for you or whatever, and now you have your own CBD brand that you could sell online. There's a lot of ways you could do it, and it's not just about getting your foot in the industry. That helps. That's the beginning of it. That creates momentum, but then you got to do something about it. It's like, for example, if I give you a book and I tell you, hey, this book is how you get your foot in the industry, this is how you start, and you read the book 800 times and you never do anything about it, then what's the point? If you go and you work in a dispensary and you become a bud tender, you're going to be learning about the industry. It's easier for you to make a blog or make a social media page that gets traffic that you could sell stuff on, and you talk about different types of buds because you're a bud tender. That's your profession. You know, I'm not saying to put like, hey, I'm a bud tender at XYZ dispensary, but you could put like, hey, I'm a bud tender for a local dispensary in Colorado. I'm a professional. Or if you're a real connoisseur, you could put I'm a connoisseur. You know, but just be real, don't BS it. And you do that, and now it's not that you're just a bud tender educating the patients or the recreational customers. You're actually doing something where let's say you teach people how to become a bud tender, or you teach people how to become a connoisseur, or you put very detailed descriptions on Leafly, and on Leafly you create a following, and whatever, like, you funnel that into your brand. You just like do something about it. I'm gonna be talking more about this. The ebook is an introduction of everything, but the goal is not just to get a job in the industry. The job is, it's getting your foot in the door, okay? If you're an entrepreneur already, or if you're looking to become an entrepreneur, then the job is definitely for sure not the final destination. It's a pit stop where you learn. It's a paid internship. That's your job. And then you doing something about it, that's your venture. That's your entrepreneurial pathway. Okay? That's where you go and you do something about it. There's a lot of opportunities. If you can make hemp plastics, maybe on a 3D printer, and then you get a contract with a company, let's say it's a smoke shop or a smoke glass manufacturer, and you lock that in, that's money. Like, you can make that, and you could rent a 3D printer and just have them printed. I'm not saying to do that, but what I'm saying is just do something about it, okay? Guys, if you have any questions, reach out. I think I went through over everything over here. For me, my personal experience for getting my foot in the door was being a sales rep for a company and selling for them, selling their products, talking to smoke shops, going to trade shows, going to events. And then that was getting my foot in the door, doing something about it, getting out there. That was me creating a newsletter, or that was me creating my brand on the side. I still sold for the hemp company, but I also had something on the side that was mine, and it was a hobby, and that led to Hemp Mentor. Now Hemp Mentor is an online brand where I'm doing things like this so I could educate people. Okay, there's an ebook already. You guys are watching this most likely due to the ebook link. So just get out there, guys. Do something about it. If you have any questions, reach out to me. If you want any specific topic that you're looking to go over or you're looking to learn about, feel free to put it in the comments or email them to me or message them to me. Any feedback, I'll appreciate it. Have a good day. Thank you for getting the ebook, and look out for the next steps, which I'm going to talk about what's next after the ebook. Peace.